Hi, my name is Kay Moon, and here's my pre-writing PowerPoint. Checklists, analytical notes, observations, reliability, validity. What does that all mean? And what does it all mean for me when I'm researching? This quote I came across and I really like. What can a B plus or an S in reading really tell us about how a child reads? How much are we really informed about reading strategies from an 87% on a comprehension test? Sitting with a child and watching and listening carefully may be the best thing we can do to get to know our students as readers. From O'Keefe, 1996. From his article in Kid Watching. So my research question is, what are recommended best practices for conducting observational assessments for primary grade readers? And that's been a really good question for me because there are not a lot of best practices out there that are reliable and valid. Marie Clay's observational survey of early literacy is probably the best one to use with young students. Marie Clay's observational survey of literacy achievement. What is it? It's a systematic observational tool. And it's a great tool. I've used it with kindergarteners for many years. But now, after doing some research, I kind of have a new light on this observational tool and the value in which it holds. What does it tell us? It tells us what children already know and what they need to know next. And to me, that's very valuable. In the text, Marie Clay has us look at different writings from students, different words that they've read, and then we analyze them and look deeply into what they're showing us through their writing, through their reading, and that is very helpful as a teacher. So then I go back to, what is my purpose? What am I really looking for? And what I'm looking for is, I want to find out if there are systematic observational measurements that are being used in the primary grades. And this is what I found out. I found out that Marie Clay's observational survey is probably the best reliable and valid observation assessment out there. It has several parts. And of course, letter knowledge is wonderful. It's great to know what letters they know and what letters they know a little bit and what letters they totally don't know at all. And so these three parts to begin the observation survey are wonderful parts of this assessment. Now 4, 5, and 6, reading vocabulary, writing vocabulary, hearing and recording sounds and words. These are also very important elements. And I think the thing that I forgot when I do this survey is I don't need to do all 6 parts for every kid, every fall or every fall, winter, spring. That's not what it's for. It's really not a screener for me. It's more of an assessment that drives my instruction. And that was kind of my aha, that there's so many things that I do. There's so many things that I do with reading vocabulary and writing vocabulary and hearing recording sounds that I just need to follow the protocol that Marie Clay has given to us and look at that writing and really find out, what are they missing? What are they putting in there? Do they know how to divide a word into syllables? Do they know phonemes? Really take these assessments and break them apart and use them in my analytical records as I listen to kids read. So for me, the observational survey was the big aha that this is really the best tool for me to use. And then I happened to run across another set of tools, assessment tools that are valid but not maybe as reliable as Marie Clay's. And they are under specific skills like rhyming, and we've got syllable and counting tasks and initial we've got, like I said earlier, the rhyming and the oddity task and the syllables and the counting and the consonant sounds. This really helps me as a teacher to even take a deeper look into what's happening if a student does. This assessment also had some more things. The auditory sound blending, the segmenting. That also had letter identification and letter production task. The text that I'm referring to is Strategies for Reading Assessment. In this text as well, it had like a checklist where it listed these parts that are very important and important milestones for kids to have as they learn to read. And if they miss alphabetic knowledge, they're not going to go on to word and word elements. That's too hard. And so going on to the next one, the word and word elements, word attack, those running records. This checklist is such a wonderful thing that you could use for all kids. And it doesn't mean you're going to assess them all in this area, but you're going to know where they are in these areas. We have screeners for a reason. We have the Ames Web and we have the MAPS testing to find out what these kids know basically. But then to dig deeper, we want to use these observational surveys and the anecdotal notes and these checklists. I have listed here the references in which I have used for my pre-writing report. I hope that this report has been informational for you and gives you a little taste of what I'm looking into as